The world doesn't play fair. Honesty won't protect you from betrayal. Skill doesn't guarantee your place. Someone less qualified can take what you've earned. That's the harsh truth. But those who accept this reality survive. And the survivors, they rule. There's a silent power, one that can't be seen, only felt. It's called dark intelligence. Dark intelligence is born in pain, betrayal, humiliation, failure. While others collapse, you build strength. You don't react, you observe. You don't argue, you gather information. You don't get emotional, you strategize. Most people play checkers. You're going to learn how to play chess. But let's be clear, this knowledge is for protection, not harm. Use it to defend, not destroy. Understand the game, but don't become the villain. Today, you'll learn the 8 psychological traits that separate survivors from victims, leaders from followers, winners from losers. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I choose to be strategically intelligent, not emotionally reactive. Now, let's unlock the secrets powerful people hope you never discover. Number 1. Calculated opacity. Never be fully transparent about your intentions. Reveal only what's necessary. When people see just part of the story, their imagination fills in the rest, and that gives you control. As Machiavelli said, everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are. The most intriguing people? They leave gaps in their stories. They answer questions with more questions. They smile instead of explaining. This isn't lying, it's strategic communication. In most conversations, people overshare, explaining their plans, fears, and motivations. They think it's honesty, but it's actually giving away power. Smart people know mystery creates curiosity. Curiosity builds interest. Interest leads to respect. Respect creates influence. Example: if someone asks about your weekend, the average response is, just staying home, maybe watching some movies. That's honest, but forgettable. A darkly intelligent response. I have something important to take care of. Then change the subject. It shifts perception. You go from predictable to powerful. Being strategically opaque doesn't mean being rude or secretive about everything. It means being selective, choosing what to share and when. Highly successful people master this. They reveal just enough to keep others engaged, but never enough to lose the upper hand. Your information is your currency. Don't spend it all at once. When you use calculated opacity, your words gain power because they're rare. People listen more closely, knowing you don't reveal everything. But remember, the goal isn't to be mysterious, just to seem cool. The goal is control of your story and your relationships. Number 2. Adaptive persona. You're not the same person with everyone you adapt. You shift how you speak, behave, and present yourself depending on who you're with. And most people? They only know one version of you. As Machiavelli said, a prince ought to take care that he never lets anything slip from his lips that is not replete with the 5 qualities, that he may appear to him who sees and hears him altogether merciful, faithful, humane, upright, and religious. This isn't about being fake, it's about being effective. You already do it. You speak differently with your grandmother than with friends. You act one way in a job interview, another at a party. Different settings call for different versions of you. Adaptive persona means turning this natural instinct into a powerful, intentional tool. It's how high-level players move through every social environment with influence. Every person you meet processes the world differently. Different values, communication styles, and decision-making patterns. If you use the same approach with everyone, you'll connect with some, but completely miss others. Smart people adapt. They study who they're speaking to and adjust how they communicate. Talking to an analytical mind, use facts and data. With an emotional person, connect through feelings. Speaking to a practical thinker, show how it works. A visionary, paint the big picture. This isn't manipulation. It's called communication intelligence. Think of water. It takes the shape of its container, but stays water. You're the same. Your adaptive persona shifts presentation to fit the situation without losing your core identity. Common mistake. Believing authenticity means being the same in every context. True authenticity means being real but strategically flexible. When you master adaptive persona, you connect with anyone. People feel deeply understood. You gain massive power in negotiations, leadership, and relationships. The goal of adaptive persona isn't to force people to understand you, it's to make it easy for them to connect with you. But here's a key warning. Never adapt so much that you lose yourself. Your values, integrity, and core principles must stay solid. Only your presentation should shift. The strongest people are like diamonds, many facets, but still one solid stone. Number 3, the principle of detachment. You're not a slave to any relationship, emotion, or opinion. Whatever you're not afraid to lose can't control you. Whatever doesn't bind you can't manipulate you. As Machiavelli said, since love and fear can hardly exist together, if we must choose between them, it is far safer to be feared than loved. Detachment is one of the most misunderstood ideas in dark intelligence. It's not coldness, it's freedom. Most people are chained by attachments. Fear of losing a job makes them tolerate disrespect. Fear of losing a relationship makes them betray their values. Fear of losing approval silences their truth. Fear of loss weakens you. Freedom from that fear makes you powerful. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care, it means you're not desperate. Imagine two people in a business negotiation. Person A is relying heavily on the deal, their plans depend on it. Person B would like the deal, but they have other options and they're willing to walk away. Who holds the power? Person B. Because they're not emotionally attached to the outcome, they negotiate from strength. Detachment brings clarity. When you're not obsessed with being right, you see the situation objectively. When you don't need approval, you make smarter choices. When you're not afraid of being alone, you choose healthier relationships. Here's the paradox. The less you need something, the more likely you are to get it. Think about confident people. Their confidence doesn't come from constant wins. It comes from knowing, even if I lose, I'll still be okay. That's the true power of detachment. Detachment isn't about being careless or cold. You should still care deeply, work hard, love people, but never get so attached to an outcome that you lose the ability to think clearly or act strategically. It also shields you from manipulation. If someone tries to threaten you with something you're not afraid to lose, they lose all power over you. The most dangerous person, one with nothing to lose. The most powerful person, one with everything to gain and nothing to fear. Start small. Let go of needing to win every argument. Stop craving approval from everyone. Release attachment to your plans unfolding perfectly. As you build this muscle, something shifts. People start respecting you more. Why? Because they sense you can't be easily controlled, and that creates influence. Detachment isn't not caring. It's caring without being controlled by what you care about. Number 4, silent leverage. You don't force outcomes, you wait. When others slip or become vulnerable, your silent presence becomes the strongest influence in the room. As Machiavelli said, never was anything great achieved without danger. Most people mistake power for noise-raising voices, making demands, forcing outcomes, but that's amateur hour. Real power whispers. Silent leverage is the art of influence without words. You position yourself so that your presence alone shifts dynamics. How does it work? You don't tell people what to do. You create conditions where they want to do what benefits you. You don't demand respect. You make yourself indispensable. You don't fight for power. You make people offer it to you. In conversations, use strategic silence. Most people are uncomfortable with it and rush to fill it, often exposing more than they should. Silence becomes your tool for uncovering truths and controlling pace. When you're comfortable with silence, you control the rhythm of the conversation. Next time someone asks a tough question, don't answer right away. Pause. Look at them thoughtfully. Let the silence stretch. Then respond. Watch how much heavier your words land. In negotiations, silent leverage is about having alternatives you never need to mention. Just the knowledge that you have options shifts the power dynamic. You don't need to say, "I'll walk away." Your willingness to walk away speaks louder. In relationships, silent leverage is being the one who adds value without needing applause. When you consistently improve others' lives, they want to keep you around. You don't demand loyalty, you earn it. In professional life, it's about becoming the go-to problem solver. You don't need to announce it. Just solve problems quietly and consistently, and soon everyone knows you're the one to count on. The secret behind silent leverage. Patience. You're not chasing quick wins. You're building long-term influence quietly, powerfully. Most people chase instant gratification. They want immediate results. But silent leverage doesn't work that way. You plant seeds and wait. You invest consistently, trusting the returns will come in time. This requires a delayed gratification mindset, patience, discipline, and long-term vision. You believe that consistent value creation will build real influence. So, what happens when you master silent leverage? People seek your advice without you offering it. They crave your approval without you asking for it. They follow your lead without you needing to command. You become a quiet force that shapes outcomes without making noise. But here's the ethical line. Never use silent leverage to manipulate others into harm. The goal isn't control, it's alignment. The highest use of this power is to influence people toward better decisions for themselves and for those around them. Silent leverage equals long-term, ethical influence through presence, action, and patience. Remember, silent leverage isn't passive. You're still taking action, making moves just quietly and strategically, not loudly or obviously. Number 5. Psychological echo. This is the art of reflecting people's deepest needs and fears back to them. It feels like you're speaking their language because you are, but more importantly, you're gaining understanding and influence. As Machiavelli said, men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few really know what you are. Psychological echo turns you into a mirror, not to deceive, but to deeply understand and strategically communicate. Here's the truth. People don't buy products, services, or ideas. They buy solutions to their problems and fulfillment of their desires. When you can identify and reflect back their real needs, you instantly become invaluable. Most people fail at psychological echo because they focus on what they want to say, not on what the other person needs to hear. Here's how it actually works. You must become a student of human nature. Understand this: every person carries invisible burdens, secret desires, unspoken fears. Your job? Listen for clues. When someone talks about their work, they're not just giving facts. They're revealing how they see themselves, what they value, and what they fear. When they talk about relationships, they're exposing emotional patterns and core needs. Most people listen to reply. You must listen to understand. Here's a powerful framework. Every person you meet is silently asking, 1. Do you see me? 2. Do you understand me? 3. Do you value me? When your words and actions answer yes to all three, you create a deep, powerful connection, and with it, influence. Psychological echo isn't just repeating what people say. It's about reflecting what they really mean, the emotion behind the words, the need behind the complaint, the fear behind the anger. Example: if someone says, "I hate my job," most people jump in with solutions. Maybe you should look for a new one. But a psychological echo listener hears deeper. It sounds like you're not feeling valued for your contributions. It seems like you're ready for something that challenges you more. That's the difference. You're not fixing. They're not asking for that yet. You're reflecting their emotional experience, which builds trust and influence. Here's the secret. Reflect back the positive intent behind their struggle. For example, if someone's overwhelmed, reflect their dedication and high standards. If they're frustrated, reflect their desire for excellence. When people feel seen and understood, they're more open, more loyal, and more influenced by your presence. This technique works because people have a deep, universal need to feel truly understood. When you show someone that you see them clearly, they instantly trust you more, value your input more, become more open to your influence. But here's where psychological echo becomes truly powerful. Once you understand someone's core needs and fears, you can frame your message in a way that speaks directly to them. For examples, if they value security, frame your ideas around stability and safety. If they crave recognition, emphasize achievement and acknowledgement. If they prioritize freedom, present things in terms of independence and choice. You're not changing what you say, you're changing how you say it to match their psychological profile. This is game-changing in leadership, parenting, personal relationships. When people feel deeply understood, they naturally want to follow you, want to work with you, want to support you. The ethical use of psychological echo comes from a place of genuine care. When your goal is to help others get what they truly need, this technique builds stronger, more meaningful relationships. Number 6, ambiguous morality. You're not labeled good or bad, you just get things done. Real power often exists in gray areas, not black and white. As Machiavelli said, since it is difficult to join them together, it is safer to be feared than to be loved when one of the two must be lacking. This is the most controversial trait of dark intelligence and the most misunderstood. So let's clarify. Ambiguous morality is not having no morals, doing whatever you want with no consequences, hurting others to get ahead. It is about recognizing that the real world is complex. Sometimes short-term kindness leads to long-term harm. Sometimes being nice encourages toxic behavior. Sometimes protecting others means making hard, uncomfortable decisions. Ambiguous morality isn't the absence of ethics. It's the presence of strategic, flexible ethics in a messy, unpredictable world. Here's the truth. Pure moral clarity is a luxury, and in complex situations with real stakes, most people can't afford it. Let's look at some examples. Imagine you're a leader. You discover a team member has been lying to clients, damaging trust and relationships. The nice thing might be, give them another chance, offer more training, hope for change. But what about the honest teammates, the clients being misled, the long-term health of the company? Someone with ambiguous morality chooses protection of the many over comfort for one. They may decide to remove that person, even if it feels harsh. This isn't cruelty, it's pragmatic ethics. Another example, a friend asks for relationship advice. You know their partner is toxic and destructive. The kind thing might be to smile, be supportive, and avoid the hard truth. But someone with ambiguous morality knows. Real kindness sometimes means telling the truth, even if it hurts. Short-term discomfort, long-term clarity. This is the essence of ambiguous morality, choosing what's right based on outcomes, not appearances. The core of ambiguous morality is this: focus on outcomes, not appearances. Sometimes, what looks good on the surface leads to bad results. What seems harsh actually creates better outcomes for everyone involved. This requires a different kind of moral thinking. You stop asking, "What makes me look good?" You start asking, "What produces the best results for the most people?" But this mindset comes with a cost. You must take full responsibility for your decisions, even when they're hard or unpopular. And here's the key distinction. Ambiguous morality not equal to selfishness. You're not doing what benefits you at the cost of others. You're making difficult, pragmatic choices to serve the greater good, even when it's personally uncomfortable. This trait also means recognizing that context matters. What's right in one situation might be wrong in another. Example, in a personal relationship, honesty might be the best path. In a high-stakes negotiation, strategic disclosure might be more effective than full transparency. Ambiguous morality is about being morally flexible, not morally absent. It's leadership in the real world. Someone with ambiguous morality understands nuance and adapts with strategy. But here's the danger. This trait can easily be twisted to justify selfish or harmful behavior. That's why you need clear ethical boundaries. What are your non-negotiable values? What lines will you never cross? What outcomes are you willing to own and take responsibility for? Once those boundaries are set, give yourself permission to be pragmatic and strategic, even if others don't understand or approve. Because remember, your goal isn't to be liked. Your goal is to be effective and ethical in a world where simple answers don't work. Number 7, controlled exposure. You don't reveal everything about yourself. The less people know, the more they assume, and their assumptions lead to mistakes that make your strategy easier to execute. As Machiavelli said, men are so simple of mind and so much dominated by their immediate needs that a deceitful person will always find plenty who are ready to be deceived. This isn't about lying. It's about mastering the art of selective revelation, giving people just enough and no more. In today's world, where everyone shares every detail of their lives online, controlled exposure might seem outdated, but it's actually more powerful than ever. When everyone is oversharing, the person who shares strategically stands out. When everyone broadcasts their feelings, the one who maintains mystery becomes magnetic. Controlled exposure is about intentional sharing. Not everyone needs to know everything about you. Selective sharing strengthens relationships and increases influence. Let's explore the psychology. Humans are wired to be curious. When something is left incomplete or mysterious, the brain tries to fill in the gaps. This is called the curiosity gap, and it's one of the most powerful forces in human behavior. By practicing controlled exposure, you create curiosity gaps. People become more interested in you. They pay closer attention to what you do choose to share. Think about the most captivating people you know. They don't reveal everything. They share just enough to pull you in, then leave you wanting more. This isn't accidental. It's strategy, and it works. Let's break down controlled exposure in action, especially in professional settings. It means being selective about which ideas you share and when, not showing all your skills or knowledge at once, keeping value in reserve to deliver it when it matters most. Example: in a new job, instead of displaying your full capability in week 1, reveal it gradually. This creates the impression of continuous growth, not early burnout. In social settings, don't tell your whole life story to every new person. Share personal info gradually as trust is earned. This isn't about secrecy, it's about strategic authenticity. In negotiations, don't lay all your priorities or constraints on the table up front. Keep certain pieces of information in reserve to use when it counts most. Here's the core principle: information revealed can never be unrevealed. Once people know something about you, it can't be taken back. So always err on the side of less, not more. Controlled exposure isn't just about what you share, it's about when you share it. The same piece of information can have dramatically different effects based on timing. Example: mentioning an achievement early might sound like bragging, but revealing it later when it helps solve a problem makes you look humble and competent. It also means understanding your audience. Different people need to know different things about you. Close friends and family, deeper personal truths. Business partners, trust building and capability. Competitors, as little as possible. Employees, strength, clarity and stability. Casual acquaintances, minimal, filtered exposure. This isn't manipulation, it's strategic appropriateness. And here's a critical modern angle. Your digital footprint is part of your exposure. Every post, comment and photo becomes part of your permanent public image. People form opinions often without ever meeting you based on what you reveal online. So, practice intentional digital exposure the same way you manage real-world conversations. Smart people manage their online presence with intention. They know their digital persona is part of their broader strategic identity, how they want to be perceived and remembered. The goal of controlled exposure isn't to be mysterious, just to seem interesting. The real goal is to control your narrative and manage your relationships with purpose. When you reveal information strategically, you shape how people perceive you. You highlight traits relevant to your current goals. You avoid being pigeonholed by incomplete or irrelevant details. But here's the key balance. You must share enough to form real human connections, but not so much that you lose your strategic advantage. The most successful people are open and authentic, but precise and deliberate about what they reveal and when. Number 8, outcome obsession. You're not here to win arguments or prove you're right. You're here to get results. People with an outcome-oriented mindset don't get lost in ego games. They focus on what moves the needle and ignore everything else. As Machiavelli put it, the promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. Outcome obsession is what separates amateurs from professionals, dreamers from achievers, talkers from doers. Most people get caught in distractions. They want to be right more than they want to be effective. They want to look good more than they want to get results. They want to feel good about the process rather than reaching the goal. But when you're outcome obsessed, all that noise fades. You start asking better questions. Not, how do I prove I'm right? But what result do I want and how do I get it? Not, how do I look good? But what moves the outcome forward? This mindset shift changes everything. Let's start with arguments and disagreements. Most people approach disagreements like a debate, trying to win, prove the other person wrong, flex their intelligence. But outcome-obsessed thinkers, they don't care about being right. They care about what gets them closer to the result. Outcome-obsessed people approach disagreements with one question: what result am I actually trying to achieve here? Maybe the goal is to change someone's behavior, to reach a compromise, to understand the other person's perspective. Once the desired outcome is clear, the strategy adapts. Sometimes that means winning the argument, but often it means doing something entirely different. For example, if your goal is to change someone's behavior, proving them wrong might backfire. People resist being corrected, especially when they feel attacked. Instead, guide them to reach the right conclusion on their own. If the goal is to preserve a relationship while solving a problem, being right is less important than finding a solution everyone can live with. This mindset applies everywhere, especially in professional life. Choose actions that move the business forward, not just make you look good. Select projects for impact, not visibility. It means making decisions based on data and results, rather than politics and preferences. In personal relationships, outcome obsession means focusing on the health and happiness of the relationship, not who's right or wrong in every argument. It's about choosing your battles wisely, ignoring minor irritations when they don't affect the bigger picture. In personal development, it means measuring progress by results, not intentions. You stay brutally honest. Is this actually working? What needs to change? Now here's where outcome obsession becomes truly powerful. It helps you escape the trap of busyness without results. Most people confuse activity with achievement. They assume hard work always equals progress. But outcome-obsessed people know the truth. You can work really hard on the wrong things and get nowhere. They constantly ask, is this task truly moving me toward my goal, or am I staying busy to avoid the deeper, more important work? This mindset leads to what we call strategic laziness. Outcome-focused individuals often appear to do less, but that's because they're ruthlessly selective about where they put energy. They apply the 80-20 rule. Focus on the 20% of tasks that deliver 80% of the results. Less movement, more momentum. Outcome-obsessed people don't aim to be the hardest workers, they aim to be the most effective. In learning and skill building, they ask, what's the minimum I need to learn to get maximum results? Not out of laziness, but efficiency. The ultimate goal of outcome obsession is to become someone who always gets the job done. Outcome obsession can become destructive if you sacrifice values and relationships for results. The healthy version. Define success to include integrity, kindness, and positive impact. Use your obsession for outcomes to create value, not just victory. The goal: be someone who actually gets results, not someone who just talks or looks the part. You've now learned the 8 traits of dark intelligence, but knowledge without action is worthless. Pick one trait that spoke to you. Practice it for 7 days. See how people react. See how you feel when you're strategic, not reactive. Use these powers to protect, not to harm, to create better outcomes for all, not just for yourself. Dark intelligence isn't about manipulation. It's about becoming unmanipulatable, not gaining power over others, but gaining power over yourself. The most dangerous person is the one with nothing to lose, but the most valuable person is the one who understands psychology and uses it to uplift others. If this changed how you view intelligence and power, like the video. Subscribe for more on psychology and strategy. Comment below. Which of the 8 traits will you start practicing first? Until next time. True intelligence isn't just being smart, it's using your mind for something greater than yourself. Stay strategic, stay ethical, stay powerful.